Abraham Lincoln, the United States' 16th president, 6'4", led a nation for a civil war, freed 4 million enslaved people, and had the eating habits of a man who simply could not be bothered. Hey, it's Kaz with another episode of Kaz Cooks History, and today we're cooking Abraham Lincoln's chicken fricassee, his wife's last resort to get him to eat. The recipe comes from Eliza Leslie's Directions for Cookery, published in 1837, the best-selling American cookbook of the entire 19th century, and the book Mary Todd Lincoln kept in her kitchen. So get the butter hot, get the biscuits in, and let's step into his shoes through food. To make the biscuits, you will need 250 grams or 2 cups of plain flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 85 grams of cold butter, and 180 milliliters or 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. First, grate the butter onto a bit of parchment paper and put that in the freezer for a few minutes. You want the butter as cold as possible so it doesn't melt in the flour. That's what gives you those flaky layers. Combine all the dry ingredients in a bowl and whisk to combine. Add in the grated butter and mix with your hands until the mixture gets clumpy. Then add in the buttermilk and mix that all together. But don't overwork it, just until it comes together. Tip it onto a floured surface and fold it over on itself a few times, maybe 3 or 4 folds. This is what creates those layers. Each fold traps butter between sheets of dough, and when it hits the oven, the butter melts, the steam lifts the layers apart, and that's how you get a flaky biscuit. Don't go mad with it though, you're not making puff pastry, just a few folds and we're done. Shape it into a rectangle that's roughly 3 to 4 centimeters thick, then using a cookie cutter, cut out the biscuit. It's much easier if you dip the cutter in some flour first and push straight down. Don't twist or you'll seal the edges and they won't rise well. I managed to get 9. Then into an oven preheated to 220 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes. And we're done. They look and smell incredible. On to the main dish. Let's start by making the spice mix. In a small bowl, combine 1/4 teaspoon of ground mace, half a teaspoon of dried marjoram, 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper. I'll be working with a whole chicken today, so a bit of history as I process it. Lincoln was famously indifferent to food. His White House secretary John Hay once said he was one of the most abstemious men he'd ever known. If nobody reminded him to eat, he simply wouldn't. Breakfast, if it happened, was a coffee and a single egg. Lunch was usually an apple and a biscuit. And this was while running a country for a civil war. As the war dragged on, he got visibly thinner and more haggard, and his wife Mary grew increasingly worried. She'd invite old friends to the White House at mealtimes, because the unspoken rule was, if you were there when dinner was ready, Lincoln would sit down out of politeness. When even that stopped working, she went to the White House kitchen and asked them to make this, chicken fricassee, with biscuits and cream gravy, because it was the one dish he couldn't say no to. Now, we can cover all the pieces with the spice mixture and season with some more salt. Then we want to dredge this in some flour to give us a nice colour and crispy texture. Preheat some butter on a pan on a medium heat, then brown the chicken on both sides. There's no need to cook it through just yet, we're just looking for a nice colour. When you're happy with the colour, take the chicken out. Get rid of most of the butter, leaving in around a tablespoon. Then go in with 1 tablespoon of flour. Cook that for a minute or so, and go in with the heavy cream and around a cup of milk. Nestle in the chicken. Cover and cook for a further 10 to 15 minutes or until your chicken is done. I recommend using a probe until the chicken hits 74 degrees Celsius. Whilst that's cooking, the recipe calls for some parsley fried in lard for garnish. So let's get that done. Melt some lard, throw in the parsley, and let that cook for about a minute. Then let it chill on some kitchen roll, and we're done. And we're ready to plate. The recipe we're cooking from is Eliza Leslie's Directions for Cookery, published in 1837. It sold over 150,000 copies, the best-selling American cookbook of the entire century. Leslie herself never ran her own kitchen. She learned to cook after her father died, and her mother had to open up a boarding house in Philadelphia. There's something fitting about that. Lincoln learned to cook on the frontier after losing his own mother at 9 years old. Two people who came to food through loss, connected decades apart by a chicken recipe. I am excited to try this. In my mind, there is no way this can disappoint. Oh my god, yeah, that's incredible. That's the best biscuits I've ever had. Not that I've had many. And that chicken is so tender and light. The seasoning complements the creamy sauce so well, it's just a joy to eat. Who would have thought that drenching chicken in butter and cream would taste this good? The one thing I don't care much for is the fried parsley. It doesn't do much, and I'd prefer fresh. There's already plenty of fat here, without the slight lardiness of the parsley. Although the crunch is nice, I think it just needs some more refining. Overall though, this is an incredible treat of a meal, not something you want to build your diet around. If you want to recreate any of the recipes seen in these videos, head over to my website, link in the description. Like and subscribe.